In 1967, a war was declared, not by soldiers, but by engineers. And the battleground was the streets of America. By 1966, the Ford Mustang wasn't just a car, it was a phenomenon. Ford was selling them as fast as they could build them. On the track, Carroll Shelby's GT350 was silencing the critics and crushing the competition. It was the car every young American wanted, a symbol of freedom and fun. It became a star in movies and in music, the official soundtrack to a 60s summer. Ford had created a cultural icon and was reaping the rewards, with over 1 million sold in less than 2 years. But in the tense, smoke-filled boardrooms of their arch-rival, General Motors, the mood wasn't celebratory. It was span. Stunned by the Mustang's runaway success, GM scrambled to respond. Their top-secret project had one brutal objective: kill the Mustang, codename Panther. Designers and engineers worked in a frantic race against time. They needed more than just a copy. They needed a predator. The lines were drawn longer, lower, the hips wider, creating a muscular Coke bottle shape that looked fast standing still. They were sculpting a new, aggressive machine designed for the hunt. The Panther name stuck through development, but for the launch, they needed something new. GM wanted a name that started with C to match the Corvette, and they settled on Camaro, an old French slang word for comrade or pal. But when asked by the press what a Camaro was, a GM executive stepped up to the microphone and with a deadpan look, ignored the friendly definition. He drew a line in the sand and officially started the war. After a perfectly timed, dramatic pause, he gave his now famous reply: a small, vicious animal that eats Mustangs. In September of 1966, the Panther was unleashed. Ford's 2-year-long party was officially over. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro hit the streets, and it was an instant sensation, a direct challenge to Ford's crown. It was long, low, and aggressive. GM copied Ford's playbook, offering a car for every purpose. They had a wide array of engines, from a humble 6-cylinder all the way up to the potent SS350 V8, which outgunned Ford's best. Suddenly, America had a choice. And in the 1960s, you had to choose a side, Ford or Chevy. Ford now had a serious fight on its hands, with the Camaro SS350 making more horsepower than the Mustang's famed 289. The press and the public went wild, immediately choosing sides. Suddenly, it wasn't just about what you drove, it was about who you were. Best friends became rivals overnight. Ford or Chevy, Mustang or Camaro. The battle for the streets had officially begun, but the fight on the street was nothing compared to the war on the track. This was where bragging rights were truly earned. The official battleground was the SCCA Trans Am Series, America's most important production car championship. It was built on a simple, brutal philosophy: win on Sunday, sell on Monday. To fight this war, Chevy created a purpose-built weapon, the legendary Camaro Z 28. Ford's answer was just as iconic: the Mustang Boss 302. The name came from designer Larry Schnapp, who secretly developed a car and called it the Boss's car in honor of his new boss, ex-GM president Bunky New. It was an inside job, a Mustang designed by former Chevy guys with one purpose: to beat Chevy. These weren't your average street cars. They were barely tamed race machines, built to dominate. The racing was brutal, a no-holds-barred fight for brand supremacy. Gentlemen's agreements were left in the pits. This was Outlaw War. It was a race for legendary drivers, like Ford's Parnelli Jones, and Chevy's Mark Donahue. If Jones was the hard-charging brawler, Donahue was the calculating engineer, famous for his meticulous preparation and technical genius. They were perfect rivals, trading paint and victories every single weekend in front of massive crowds. That war started in 1967. Never truly ended. It's a rivalry passed down through generations. For over 50 years, the competition between Mustang and Camaro has pushed both cars to become faster, stronger, and more iconic. Every horsepower increase, every design change, was a direct answer to the other. It was a relentless game of one-upmanship played out in boardrooms and on test tracks. A chess match with V8 engines. A constant battle for bragging rights fought on the track and on the street. In the end, The competition didn't create a loser. It's the great paradox of the pony car wars. Neither could be great without the other. For decades, it was a battle of iron sharpening iron. When the Mustang got faster, the Camaro got smarter. When the Camaro looked meaner, the Mustang got better. Their rivalry created two immortal American legends, forever locked in battle, driving down the legendary Route 66.